There is a legal strategy being used against truckers right now called the reptile theory. This is important, so listen closely. And I'm going to show you exactly how a lawsuit in a state you never even driven in is pulling money directly out of your bank account. So the big insurance companies, the ones that we rely on, are doing two things. Number one, they are leaving the transportation market. They are just quitting. Number two, the ones that stay are raising rates on everyone to refill the bucket. They're not just punishing the bad drivers. The bad drivers are already out of business. They are taxing the survivors. If you are still in business in 2025, going into 2026, you are paying the survivor's tax. You walk out to your mailbox, you see the envelope from your insurance broker. Your stomach drops a little bit before you open it. You know what's coming. You haven't had a ticket in 3 years. You haven't had a single claim. You check your truck every morning. You run your logs legally. You do everything right. So why did your premium just go up by 30% or maybe 40%? Some of you are opening letters telling you that your insurer is leaving the market entirely and you have 30 days to find coverage. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Marcellus with Trucker with MBR, and on this video, I'm having a serious conversation about money. I'm not talking about rates per mile. I'm not talking about fuel surcharges. I'm talking about the second biggest fixed cost in your business, insurance. If you feel like the system is rigged against the small owner operator, I have bad news for you. It is. But on this video, I'm going to explain why. I'm going to break down the nuclear verdict crisis. I'm going to talk about reptile theory. And I'm going to show you exactly how a lawsuit in a state you never even driven in is pulling money directly out of your bank account. If you want to survive in the next renewal season, you need to understand the game you are playing. First, let's define the enemy. In the insurance world, they have a name for it, the nuclear verdict. This is technically defined as when any jury award over $10 million arising from a truck crash. $10 million. In the last 5 years, the frequency of these verdicts have skyrocketed. I am seeing judgments of $20 million, $50 million, and even $100 million. Now, you might be thinking, I drive a box truck. I drive a straight truck. I'm not hauling hazardous materials. I don't have those kind of accidents. Well, here's the problem. It doesn't matter what you do. It matters what the lawyers do. There is a legal strategy being used against truckers right now called the reptile theory. This is important, so listen closely. In the past, if there was an accident, a lawyer had to prove you were negligent. They had to prove you made a mistake. Reptile theory changes the argument. The lawyers don't attack the driver's mistake. They attack the company's character. They tell the jury, the trucking company puts profit over safety. They don't care about our community. They don't care about your family. You need to punish them so they stop. They are triggering the reptile part of the jury's brain, the part that fears for survival. And it works. Juries are handing out massive punishments, not because the accident was worth $50 million, but because they are angry at the industry. So how does this affect you, the safe driver? It comes down to the risk pool. Insurance is a bucket. Everyone throws their premiums into the bucket. When there is a crash, the money comes out of the bucket to pay for it. For decades, the math worked. But recently, because of these nuclear verdicts, the bucket has holes at the bottom. The payouts are bigger than the premiums coming in. For every $1 insurance companies collect in premium, they are paying out over $1.05 in claims and expenses. They are losing money. So the big insurance companies, the ones that we rely on, are doing two things. Number one, they are leaving the transportation market. They are just quitting. Number two, the ones that stay are raising rates on everyone to refill the bucket. They are not just punishing the bad drivers. The bad drivers are already out of business. They are taxing the survivors. If you are still in business in 2025, going into 2026, you are paying the survivor's tax. You are subsidizing the massive lawsuits happening all over the country. But wait, it gets worse. Let's talk about the chameleon carriers. This is a huge reason why your rates are high. A bad carrier crashes the truck, gets sued, and loses their insurance. What do? They close their LLC on Friday. They open a new LLC on Monday, new name, new DOT number, same dangerous trucks, same dangerous drivers. This is called a chameleon carrier. Insurance companies spend millions of dollars trying to track these guys down. And who pays for that investigation cost? You do. It's built into your premium. So you are paying for this nuclear verdict, and you are paying for the fraud. Now let's talk about your contracts. If you are owner-operator hauling for big logistics companies, Amazon, FedEx, or a big brokerage firm, go read your contract. Look for the indemnification clause and look at the insurance requirements. 3 years ago, you could get away with $750,000 in auto liability. Now, almost everyone is demanding $1 million. Some are even pushing for $2 million in aggregate coverage. Why? Because the big companies are terrified of the nuclear verdicts too. They want to build a wall of money between them and the lawsuits, and you are the wall. They want your insurance to pay out first. This is creating a pay-to-play system. If you can't afford the premium on a $1 million policy, you can't get the contract. This is squeezing the small guys out of the market. It's forcing consolidation. It feels like they are trying to get rid of independent owner-operators entirely. So, is it hopeless? Are we all just waiting to go broke? No, but the days of being passive are over. If you want to keep your authority active, you have to treat your defense strategy as serious as your driving. Here are the 3 specific things that you need to do right now to survive the next renewal. Number 1, the camera is your only witness. I know a lot of drivers hate cameras. I get it. I value my privacy too. But in 2025, moving into 2026, if you do not have a camera, you are a sitting duck. If you get into a crash with a four-wheeler and it's a he said, she said situation, you will lose. The jury will believe the grandma in the sedan. They will not believe the trucker. You need an outward-facing camera. And I know you don't want to hear this. You need an inward-facing camera as well. Why? Because when the plaintiff's lawyer says he was distracted, he was on the phone, you can pull the footage and say, no, I was looking at the road. My hands were on the wheel. That video footage could stop a 10 million lawsuit from ever happening. It can save your business in 5 seconds. Number 2, audit your broker. Do not auto-renew. If your broker sends you a quote that is 20% higher, do not just sign it. Shop the market. But more importantly, sell yourself to the underwriter. Don't just send them your application. Send them your safety plan. Send them your maintenance records. Tell your broker, I have cameras. I have a clean record. I am not a risk. Make them fight for your business. If your broker isn't willing to go to bat for you and tell your story to insurance companies, get a new broker. Number 3, protect your assets. If you are operating as a sole proprietor, stop. You need to be an LLC or a corporation. You need that legal separation between your business and your personal life. If the worst happens and a jury comes for you, you want to make sure they can't take your house. They can't take your personal savings. Talk to a lawyer, not just a CPA, a lawyer who knows transportation. Structure your business so that you are insulated. The trucking industry is changing. The Wild West days are gone. I believe we are in the era of litigation. We are in the era of data. Driving a truck is actually the easy part now. Surviving the legal environment is the hard part. Don't let a nuclear verdict in another state blow up the business that you worked so hard to build. Check your policies, check your contracts. And for God's sakes, get a camera. And if you're trying to get into Final Mile, grab my Final Mile contract plug pack. The link is in the description below. Also, check out the next video on the screen below where I talk about how 80% of trucking companies fell in the first year because of bad business decisions and how you could avoid those bad mistakes. And make sure you smash that like button, share this video with another driver, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your post notifications. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Be safe out there.